Welcome to the Primo's Musings podcast.
Good evening. This is Sri Primo here with a quick recap of the UCONN Huskies football season. I talk about the UConn men winning the back-to-back national championship in college basketball. But what has now happened yesterday after the UConn Huskies ended their 2024 football season on Saturday with a dominant 27 ACC team, UNC Tar Heels, in the Fenway Bowl. It caps off a 9-4 season for UConn. It gives the program the most wins since 2007. Randy Edsall was the head coach, when the program also went 9-4 and lost the Car Care Bowl against Wake Forest. But that was a loss against an ACC team. Now they have won against another ACC team. In fact, UConn played 4 ACC teams this year, and they lost to Duke, Wake Forest, and Syracuse in a very close game. And they finally dominated a win against what could be Belichick's new team, the UNC Tar Heels. They are independent. They're still trying to figure out if they have a future in the Big Four conference. They're still in the Big East for basketball, but of course, none of the other Big East schools don't have a football program. Great job by Mora, who actually had his contract extended before the game. So all ends well for UConn right now as they put up a very dominant win against a power conference team, whether UNC is not a great team in the ACC, but still looking at it, they were just a 2-point. UNC actually entered the Fenway Bowl with a 2.5 favorite under their head coach Freddie Kitchens, but quickly fell into a 20-point deficit and then never looked back. UConn was amazing in both the pass game and the run game, and they set the tone right early, started off with a field goal, then had a great pass by Vignano to Bell, and that pretty much opened the floodgates once, and then North Carolina actually came back with a quick special teams return for a touchdown. It was 10-7, but UConn continued to dominate on both sides of the ball on the offensive line, excellent offensive line, which allowed not only the quarterback to throw the ball, but also establish a great run game. And UNC's quarterback was knocked off very early, and they had to rotate backup running gap Caleb Hood and true freshman at quarterback after their starter went down. And UConn was completely dominant. They were sacking the quarterback. They had a pick early before the half ended. And this has been an amazing season for Jim Mora and the UConn Huskies, who, when Mora came to the UConn Huskies, they had a good record and then they fell back. But then for them to come back again this year, and then the fan base, definitely, there were 25,000 fans that were supporting the UConn football team at where the Red Sox play at Fenway, the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, which is converted to a football field, and a lot of fans there, a lot of support that UConn had. It is incredible for how Jim Mora has turned around the season for UConn for the past few years. He's completely changed the mindset. I really think that this could open up a lot of new players coming to the program, because UConn has traditionally been known as a basketball school. So this is definitely has a boost. A lot of credit to Mora on how he has changed the narrative for the UConn football program. Incredible, 14 years of college football wilderness, huge win. And I, as a UConn fan, really enjoyed watching, went to a couple of games. So really felt good about how the program has indeed, taken a thing for the up. They're right now on the up. Sweet Caroline playing in the speakers in Fenway. Fans loved it. And just to see the job that Mora has done, it's incredible. Getting a lot of transfers, relying on amazing defense, and then overall, and then the offense make do with great running game and mistake-free football. The quarterback actually Fanyana threw for 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, so played mistake-free, and that's how you win games in college football. And as a UConn fan, I couldn't be more thrilled about where this program could go. As I mentioned, the Huskies finally beat a Power 4 conference after 4 previous unsuccessful tries. First bowl win since Jan 2010. And perhaps, it's the program's third 9-win season in the 120-plus year history. That is incredible. And for how far the program has come. And there was a lot of chatter about UConn completely disbanding the program a few years ago. And not only just UConn, even the basketball was in this wilderness. And then came Dan Hurley and Jim Mora being a great hire who was not only at UCLA but also in the NFL with the Falcons. Definitely changed the mindset. UConn defense was excellent in fact the first 3 possessions. UNC actually is often sputtered. They had a net 0 yards. Of course, losing their quarterback doesn't help, but just trying to look at how they did. Mel Brown was incredible with 11 carries and 97 yards for UConn on the offensive side, and just incredible on how they were able to keep UConn offense on the field for a long time, and the defense did its job as well. End of the day, think about it. Like I, as a UConn fan, went through a 1-11 season in 2021, and last year was a 3-9. So thinking about winning only 4 games in the last, 4 games, and then now winning 9 games is just incredible for the program. Shows the trust that the athletic director had in hiring Mora from UCLA. So this has been an amazing season, and hopefully looking forward to good seasons again in the future. So UConn, winners of the Fenway Bowl, and looking forward to great things from Jim Mora and UConn going forward. Thanks again for listening, and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you for listening. Primo will be back soon.